Very good morning to all. I hope you are doing great. I'm also good. Very warm welcome to my YouTube channel, Master in English. And in today's video, we are going to talk about this book, The Art of Self Discipline by Kimberly Olson. So, this book is a life changing guide that teaches us how to overcome procrastination, build self discipline, build self confidence, and achieve success. To make it even more exciting, let me share the story of Aryan, a young man who faced immense difficulties but transformed his life by applying the lessons from this book. Let's start with the Aryan story, a journey from struggles to success. Aryan was a bright, ambitious young man, but he struggled with procrastination, low self esteem, and bad habits. Despite his potential, he would often delay his tasks, spend hours scrolling on his phone, and lack of motivation to study or exercise. His days were filled with unfulfilled promises and his nights with regrets. One day, he faced a life changing event. He failed his university exams. His family was disappointed, and his self confidence plummeted. plummeted. Aryan started questioning his worth, wondering if he was destined to remain a failure. He became anxious and avoided responsibilities, which made things worse. One evening, while feeling lost, he came across a book, The Art of Self Discipline by Kimberly. Something about the title that matches his life story, and he decided to give it a chance. This book was about taking control of one's life through self discipline, and it changed Arend's perspective forever. He started applying the principles he learned step by step. He took control of his daily habits, replaced procrastination with productivity, and rebuilt his mindset. Aryan realized that self discipline was not about being perfect. It was about making consistent, small improvements every day. Over time, he transformed himself into a confident and disciplined person, achieving his academic and personal goals. So, let's now explore the key lessons Aryan applied from this book. So, in the chapter 1, the author talks about what is self discipline and why does it matter. So, in this chapter, we are going to understand this thing, understanding the power of self discipline. These are the key ideas behind this chapter. Firstly, self discipline is the ability to control impulsive emotions and behaviors to achieve long term success. Unlike motivation, which is temporary, discipline is skill that can be developed over time. And people with self discipline experience greater success, less stress, and better control over their lives. Self discipline allows individuals to focus on what truly matters and avoid distractions that hinder progress. It helps in developing consistency, which is crucial for achieving any long term goal. Aaron's lesson from this chapter, Aaron realized that waiting for motivation was useless. Instead, he needed a structured plan to build self discipline in daily life. He started practicing small daily habits that reinforced his self discipline, such as reading for 30 minutes and exercising regularly. In the chapter 2, the author talks about overcoming procrastination. That means why we delay and how to take action immediately. The key ideas in this chapter are like that. Procrastination happens due to fear of failure, apart from that, lack of clear goals, moreover, seeking instant gratification. So, what are the solutions of procrastination? Firstly, apply the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. Break large tasks into small, manageable steps. Use a reward system to stay motivated. Moreover, keep yourself accountable by setting deadlines and sharing goals with mentor or friend. So Aryan's lesson from this chapter was like that. Aryan stopped saying I will do it later and began taking immediate action. He set small daily goals and tackles his progress. He also created a habit tracker to visualize his accomplishment which kept him motivated. In the chapter 3rd, the science of willpower and habits. So basically author talk about this topic, building habits that stick. So key ideas behind this chapter is willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired with overuse but strengthened with practice. Moreover, the habit loop, trigger, routine, reward explains how habits form, as well as instead of quitting bad habits, replace them with better alternatives. Developing good habits requires consistency and effort but lead to long-term benefits, as well as identify habit triggers and consciously redirect them into positive behaviors. So basically, RN learn from this chapter is this thing. Instead of spending hours on social media, RN replaced his phone time with reading and exercising. Over time, his became his new habit. He also practiced self-control by avoiding solutions that tempt him into old, unproductive behavior. In the chapter 4th, author talks about this thing, building a winning mindset. That means developing a growth mindset and overcoming self-doubt. The key ideas behind this chapter is a growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and dedication. Apart from that, self doubt and negative thinking hold people back from achieving their potential, as well as embrace challenges and failures as opportunity for growth. Also, cultivate an inner voice that motivate you to keep going even in the face of adversity. So basically, Aryan learned this lesson from this chapter is Aryan shifted his mindset from I'm not good enough to I can improve. If I put in the effort, he embraced challenges as opportunities to learn, and when he faced setbacks, he used them as stepping stone for growth. This shift in mindset fueled his consistency and he begins to approach every task with a can do attitude. In the chapter 5, author talks about this thing, time management and productivity, where basically author talks about master your time for maximum efficiency, and the key ideas behind this chapter is time management is crucial for maximizing productivity and achieving long-term success. Apart from that, prioritize tasks based on importance and urgency using the importance versus urgent, as well as break tasks into focus time blocks such as the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. And also avoid multitasking as it reduces productivity and quality of work. Aryan's lesson from this chapter is Aryan learned the importance of prioritizing tasks and focusing on one thing at a time. He started using the Pomodoro technique, setting a timer for focused work and taking breaks to recharge. By managing his time effectively, Aaron was able to accomplish more in less time, leaving space for personal growth and rest. In the chapter 6, basically author talks about this topic, setting and achieving goals, which means turning your dreams into reality. The key ideas behind this chapter is setting clear achievable goals is the foundation of self discipline. Apart from that, break long term goals into smaller actionable steps. Apart from that, write down your goals and clear a roadmap to track progress, as well as regularly review and adjust your goals to stay on course. This is the lesson that Aryan learned from this chapter is Aryan set specific academic and personal goals for himself. He broke them down into smaller, manageable tasks and set realistic deadlines. He created a vision board to keep his goals visible and stay motivated by tracking his progress. This helped him maintain focus and avoid distractions. In the chapter 7, the author basically talk about this topic, building resilience and emotional control, which means staying strong during difficult times. And the key idea behind this chapter is life is full of setbacks, but resilience helps us bounce back stronger. Emotional control is essential for staying calm and focused under pressure. Reframe negative experiences by focusing on the lesson learned. Apart from that, practice gratitude and mindfulness to stay grounded. Aryan's lesson from this chapter is when Aryan faced personal challenges or academic setbacks, he did not let his emotions control him. Instead, he practiced mindfulness and reframed negative thoughts. He focused on gratitude, finding positives in every situation, which helped him stay calm, centered, and motivated to keep moving forward. In the chapter 8, basically author talk about this topic, the power of consistency, which means staying committed to your goals over the long term. And these are the key ideas behind this chapter. Firstly, consistency is the key to building lasting habit and achieving big goals. Apart from that, small everyday actions compound over time, leading to significant result, as well as stay disciplined even when motivation faded. Moreover, celebrate milestones to keep the momentum going. And Arens learned this lesson from this chapter is Aryan learned that success was not about making huge dramatic changes overnight. Instead of he focused on being consistent with small tasks every day, whether it was studying for an hour or exercising for 30 minutes. His consistent effort paid off over time and he started seeing tangible improvement in his life. In the chapter ninth, the basically author talks about this topic, overcoming temptation and distractions. That means how to stay focused in a world full of distractions. Key idea behind this chapter is distractions such as social media, procrastination, and other temptation can derail progress, can delay progress. So, identify and remove distractions from your environment. Use self control strategies to resist immediate temptation and stay focused on long term goals. Practice the 5-second rule. Count down from 5 and take action before your mind talks you out of it. So, Aryan's learned this lesson from this chapter. Aryan recognized that his phone was one of the biggest distractions in his life. He created a distraction free environment by putting his phone on do not disturb during study sessions. He also used the 5-second rule to push himself to act quickly when he felt tempted to procrastinate, prevented distractions from taking over. In the chapter 10th, the author talks about this topic, maintaining motivation. That means keeping the fire burning. And the key ideas behind this chapter is motivation is fleeting, but discipline can sustain us when motivation is low. Apart from that, find sources of inspiration such as role models, books, or podcasts to keep your motivation high. as well as surround yourself with like minded people who inspire and support your goals. And celebrate progress no matter how small to keep the momentum going. RN's lesson from this chapter are to maintain motivation. RN read inspiring books, listen to podcast, and connected with people who shared his goals. He also celebrated each milestone, whether it was completing an assignment or reaching a fitness goal. This helped him stay motivated and focused on the bigger picture, even when challenges arose. In the chapter 11th, author basically talk about this topic, living a purpose driven life. That means aligning your actions with your values and purpose. The key idea behind that, a purposeful life leads to deeper fulfillment and sustained motivation, as well as identify your core values and align your actions with them. Apart from that, live intentionally, setting meaningful goals that align with your purpose. Moreover, cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciate the journey, not just the destination. RN's lesson from this chapter are: RN took the time to reflect on his values and what he wanted to achieve in his life. He realized that academic success was important, but it was equally important to lead a life aligned with his values, such as honesty, growth, and contribution to others. He started taking actions that reflected his purpose, making his journey more meaningful and rewarding. So, come to the conclusion, by applying the lessons from Art of Self Discipline by Kimberly, Aaron was able to transform his life from one filled with procrastination and self doubt into a life of focus, consistency, and success. He learned that self discipline is a skill basically that can be developed, and with persistence, small changes can lead to huge results. Aaron's story serves as a powerful reminder that anyone, no matter their starting point, can turn their life around by embracing self discipline and taking consistent, purposeful, purposeful action. Thank you for watching this video on Mastering English. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever we release new content. Keep mastering English and master your life. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Keep learning and keep signing.